in the silence beyond galaxies, in the dark where even light cannot escape, there exists a boundary, a veil drawn across the deepest mysteries of the cosmos. This is the domain of black holes, collapsed giants that defy our senses and shatter the equations we trust to describe the universe. For generations, we have peered into the black, searching for meaning and finding silence. But what if the silence is temporary? What if, inside every black hole, a secret is waiting, not just a collapse, but a rebound, not death, but transformation? Physicists have given this idea a name, the Planck star, a theoretical object hidden within the darkness, compressed to an almost unfathomable scale, smaller than an atom, heavier than a mountain, and more mysterious than any star in the night sky. And when it explodes, it might answer questions we've asked since the dawn of time, about the fate of matter, the nature of space, and whether the universe truly forgets. Let's begin with the familiar, if anything in this subject can be called that. A black hole is formed when a massive star exhausts its fuel and collapses under its own gravity. The collapse is so complete that the core contracts to a singularity, a point of infinite density, zero volume, and no known laws. Surrounding this singularity is the event horizon, a boundary beyond which nothing can escape, not even light. To the outside universe, this horizon is the edge of all knowing. And once something crosses that line, a star, a planet, a photon, a scream, it is gone. Or so we thought. For decades, black holes have been symbols of finality, not just of stellar death, but of the failure of physics itself. Our best theories, general relativity and quantum mechanics, stop agreeing at the singularity. Their clash is cosmic, but nature abhors paradox. And where paradox arises, new theories are born. According to quantum mechanics, information is never lost. Every particle, every interaction, every transformation in the universe must leave a record, even if the form changes, even if the matter burns, melts, or vanishes, the information must endure. But black holes violate this. When matter falls into a black hole, it disappears from our observable universe. No signature remains, no trace of its origin or identity. It is as though the information itself is destroyed. This creates a deep problem, the black hole information paradox. And if this paradox is real, it threatens to unravel the foundations of physics. Hawking radiation, discovered by Stephen Hawking in the 1970s, offers a partial solution. It shows that black holes slowly evaporate over time, shrinking and losing mass. But even Hawking's elegant theory couldn't explain how the information escapes. And so the question remains, if a black hole disappears, where does the information go? The answer, perhaps, lies not in disappearance, but in compression. To find clarity in the chaos, we turn to quantum gravity, the branch of physics that seeks to describe gravity not as a smooth force, but as a granular structure built from the very geometry of space and time. Loop quantum gravity is one such framework. In it, space is not continuous, but woven from loops, tiny threads at the Planck scale, the smallest meaningful unit of measurement in the universe. When matter collapses beyond the reach of classical physics, it doesn't fall into a true singularity. Instead, it reaches a point of ultimate density, the Planck density, where gravity is countered by quantum repulsion. At this moment, instead of infinite collapse, something remarkable happens. The inward motion rebounds. The collapse halts. The core becomes a Planck star, an ultradense object where quantum geometry resists any further compression. From the outside, it is invisible, hidden by the event horizon, indistinguishable from a black hole. But within, the laws of nature are rewriting the script. The black hole is no longer an eternal prison. It is a cosmic pause button, and eventually it unpauses. Inside the Planck star, time behaves differently, much differently. Due to the extreme gravitational field, time near the core passes slowly, exponentially more slowly than time in the outside universe. What feels like seconds or minutes to the Planck star could equate to billions of years for us. This means that even if the Planck star begins its rebound almost immediately, we won't witness its effects until the black hole has shrunk through Hawking radiation over unimaginable eons. To an observer watching from a distance, the black hole appears stable, unchanging. But deep inside, a countdown has begun, hidden beneath the veil of space-time distortion. The Planck star is not still. It is building, pressure mounting, curvature increasing, quantum tension rising toward a threshold. And then, at last, the boundary breaks. The explosion begins. When the Planck star explodes, it is not just a burst of energy. It is a release of history. The information that was swallowed, every particle, every quantum state, every photon, is expelled in a final surge. Not randomly, but encoded, conserved, reconciled. This is the climax of a black hole's life. Not silence, but signal. A blinding, brief pulse of radiation. Gamma rays, neutrinos, particles accelerated to near light speed, racing out into the universe as a cosmic obituary. Some physicists propose that mysterious phenomena we already observe, such as fast radio bursts, could be the death cries of ancient Planck stars. Bursts of energy from faraway galaxies, reaching us only now, long after the black holes that birthed them began their quiet rebirth. If true, this means we may already be watching Planck stars explode. We just haven't realized what we're seeing. And in that explosion may lie the answers to our oldest scientific questions. The Planck star is not just a theoretical object. It's a conceptual bridge. It connects gravity and quantum mechanics. It reconciles the irreversible with the reversible. It suggests that black holes are not ends, but intermissions in a larger cosmic process. And it hints at something even more profound. What if our universe, too, was born not from nothing, but from the explosion of a Planck star? What if the Big Bang was not a beginning, but a rebound, the aftermath of a prior universe's collapse? In this view, every black hole could be a womb, every Planck star a seed of potential, and the death of stars may give birth to new space-time, new physical laws, even new versions of reality. If Planck stars are real, then the universe is not a linear story, but a cycle of collapse and expansion, silence and sound, endings and beginnings. In the deepest dark, where no light escapes, something waits. Small, dense, patient. The Planck star. Not a myth, not a miracle, but a possibility, born from the union of gravity and quantum law. And when it explodes, it may not just be a cosmic detonation. It may be a whisper from the past, a map to the future, and a reminder that even in the most absolute void, the universe remembers. Because what falls in may one day come out, and when it does, it may light the stars again.